The illusion of military-backed currency, debunking the myth of the US dollar's strength. The dollar is the world's currency. The reason that people have to trust that the dollar is a reliable currency is because it's literally backed by the United States military. Ben Rhodes, former U.S. Deputy National Security Advisor. Introduction. The idea that the U.S. dollar derives its global dominance from the might of the U.S. military has gained traction in public discourse. This narrative suggests that military power underpins the trust and acceptance of the dollar worldwide. However, such claims oversimplify the complex dynamics of global currency systems and fail to hold up under scrutiny. This exposition challenges the military-backed dollar narrative, examining its flaws and exploring the economic, historical, and ethical dimensions that shape the dollar's position as the world's reserve currency. Historical context of currency backing. For much of human history, money was tied to tangible, scarce commodities like gold and silver. These forms of money required effort to produce, earning their value through inherent scarcity and universal trust. The transition to fiat currency, money without intrinsic value and not backed by commodities, represented a significant departure from this tradition. In this new system, trust in the issuing authority replaced the physical backing of money. The move away from commodity-backed currencies culminated in 1971 when the U.S. severed the dollar's ties to gold, ushering in an era of pure fiat money. The emergence of the U.S. dollar as a global reserve currency. The U.S. dollar became the world's reserve currency after World War II under the Bretton Woods Agreement, which pegged the dollar to gold and other currencies to the dollar. This system created global demand for dollars, anchored by their convertibility into gold. However, the dollar's link to gold was severed in 1971, prompting concerns about its long-term stability. To maintain global demand, the U.S. forged the petrodollar system, tying the dollar to oil transactions, thereby leveraging a scarce commodity to sustain its value. Analyzing the military backing argument. The claim that U.S. military strength ensures the dollar's global dominance is flawed on multiple levels. 1. Impracticality of coercion. Suggesting that the U.S. could force other nations to accept dollars through military power is akin to slavery, an ethically and practically untenable concept. Such coercion would undermine international trust and likely trigger global conflict, not compliance. 2. Global dynamics. In today's interconnected world, no single nation can dictate terms of trade unilaterally without severe economic and political repercussions. The acceptance of a currency depends on its perceived stability, not the threat of force. Historical examples. History provides no evidence that military strength alone can guarantee currency dominance. Empires with powerful militaries, from Rome to Britain, saw their currencies lose influence due to economic mismanagement, not military decline. This content is brought to you by Bobby Giggs. Promote your brand here and reach a wide audience across platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Follow the links in the description to get started. Factors contributing to the U.S. dollar's dominance. The dollar's strength stems from a combination of factors unrelated to military force. Economic stability. The size and resilience of the U.S. economy provide a foundation for global trust. Institutional trust. U.S. financial systems, legal frameworks, and transparency inspire confidence. Petrodollar system, the dollar's linkage to oil transactions since 1971, creates structural demand for dollars in international trade. Global reserve role. Central banks hold dollars as reserves because of their liquidity and widespread acceptance. Critique of the military backing narrative. The military backing argument fails to account for fundamental economic principles and modern political realities. Currency acceptance is voluntary. Even within the U.S., legal tender laws cannot force people to trust a devaluing currency. Globally, nations and individuals gravitate towards sound money based on utility and stability, not compulsion. Fiat currency as an aberration. Fiat money, created without effort or scarcity, contradicts the principles that have governed money for millennia. Such systems rely on trust, but are prone to abuse, as history has repeatedly shown. The role of trust and economic fundamentals. The value of any currency ultimately hinges on trust in its issuer, scarcity, and purchasing power. Commodity-backed money, like gold, has historically fulfilled this role because it is incorruptible and respects the universal law of conservation of energy. In contrast, fiat currencies, which can be printed without limit, violate these principles. The dollar's dominance has endured because of its ties to scarce commodities, gold and oil, and the strength of the U.S. economy, not because of military coercion. Conclusion. The notion that the U.S. dollar's strength is backed by military might is a simplistic and misguided narrative. Currency value arises from trust, economic stability, and perceived utility, not force. Historically, good money has always been scarce and incorruptible, qualities exemplified by gold and, increasingly, digital assets like Bitcoin. Fiat money, by contrast, is an unsustainable aberration that will likely fade as the world seeks a return to sound monetary principles. The U.S. dollar, while currently dominant, must adapt to a changing global landscape where trust and scarcity, not coercion, will determine the future of money.